Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Horror Snob. My name's Michael James. I am the Horror Snob. Here today with another Fresh Fright selection for you. A movie I previewed back in July and I'm so happy to have gotten a look at it recently and share it with you today. The movie in question, Ghosts of War. A World War II epic horror film unlike anything you have seen before. This thing has all of the feel and the drama in its opening scenes, the landscape to it of things like Saving Private Ryan. More akin to high-end, big-budget box office action or adventure films than it does a horror film. Quickly, through the first few minutes, it narrows its way down to something we're more accustomed to and becomes one of the most impactful, intense, high-octane horror films you will ever see. Written and directed by Eric Bress, a guy we know most notably for his work in the Final Destination movies, as well as writer-director of the first The Butterfly Effect. We know the dude's got some chops in his writing and directing, his vision for movies, and this film shows it off big time. Not a whole lot of work under his belt, spent most of his time working on a TV show called Kyle XY, but with this movie as a launching pad towards bigger, better things, I think it's going to work for him in a huge way. It may go a long ways to turning this cast of characters on screen into household names rather than just recognizable faces as well. Brenton Thwaites, a guy you're going to know from The Giver, maybe Gods of Egypt, if you saw that piece of shit film. Then you got Kyle Gallner, who you might know from The Outsiders. Theo Rossi, who you might recognize as Shades from the Netflix show Iron Fist, or even more so from Sons of Anarchy, portraying Juice. And then you got Skylar Astin, the would-be boyfriend from the Pitch Perfect trilogy. And I'm telling you, man, when you see him in this film, when you finally figure out which one he is, dude is almost unrecognizable. Each of them did a pretty solid job on screen, led by Brenton Thwaites, and he might be the one slight hindrance to this. A good actor that I don't know if he was perfect for this role. He was good for the role, but it would have been nice to see somebody who's just a little stronger. And I'm not talking necessarily physically. I'm not talking about somebody who's swole. I just mean in their persona, the command that they have on screen. Brenton seems like a good enough dude, a nice dude, who's portrayed his previous characters well, and they were appropriate for his demeanor. But this one, I think, could have been just that little bit better with somebody who's got a bit stronger persona. In there is maybe where you find the slightest misstep for this movie. Otherwise, across the board, it is damn near a perfect film. The pacing is so intense, with things happening at such a consistent basis. I'm talking for all the movies you've ever seen in our genre of choice that you ever thought were too slow or boring, or maybe the first hour is just too damn much character development and things don't get interesting till the last 20, 30 minutes, this movie is none of those. From the sweeping landscape that we open up into this mansion where we follow the group, the midst of France, a mansion they're going to hold guard of for a while, and as soon as they get into this place, things are off. Things are just a little creepy, and it picks up and never lets go. An impressive feat for the balance and the presentation of it, gorgeously shot in all its landscape outside and within the mansion. Some quick jump scares so we don't feel too far outside our comfort zone, but it doesn't entirely rely on that either. There is a lot of balance to this film across the entire production of it. Very impressive. A movie I know I'm going to go back to several times over, and I imagine if you have not seen it, after you have, you will too. An A- in my book. Only a little knock for the casting decision on the lead and for a little bit of the graphic work at the very, very back end of the movie that I thought just could have been a little cleaner. It could have been better. An excellent film, an excellent watch. So pleasantly surprised for where it went, the story it took us along, and how it was something completely unexpected. Something I'm telling you, you are not anticipating. You have no idea what's coming. Great reveals, great pacing, great movie. All right. That's it for me today. As always, I invite you to take a moment, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Stay up to date with all my reviews and rankings as they get pumped out. While you're at it, take a moment and check out our partner merch store, Chaos and Havoc. Apparel for those with a bit of a darkness to their humor. My name's Michael James. I am the Horror Snob. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.